All right, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Night of Horror 1981. This is going to be the Tony Malanowski prequel to Curse of the Cannibal Confederates. Gets a very low 1.3 out of 10 on IMDb, 385 ratings. I posted the movie in the description, as well as the Cinema Snob review of this movie. I think he reviewed both this one and Curse of the Cannibal Confederates. Of course, Tony Malanowski also produced the great Don Dohler movie by the name of Night Beast. We love Night Beast on this channel. We love Curse of the Cannibal Confederates. This one was difficult to watch. I challenge Adrian to watch this and pay attention to it. No wandering eyes or or lack of attention to the incomprehensible plot, if there is a plot. Anyways, Steve's buddy Chris can't understand why he's reluctant to play in their band. So one night at Steve's house, he tells Chris a story about traveling to Baltimore to meet up with his brother Jeff so they can check out a cabin in Virginia left to them by their father. They hit the road in an RV along with Colleen, Jeff's wife, and her friend Susan. Along the way, Steve finds out Colleen can see ghosts, and she starts playing footsie with her. He starts playing footsie with her after she reads an Edgar Allan Poe story. When they reach the cabin, they are approached by the ghost of Confederate soldiers who tell them stories about their dead captain. Sound a little bit like Curse of the Cannibal Confederates? They even bring a skull to the grave, just like the sequel a year later. More movies like this. The Curse of the Screaming Dead, Axum. The trailer for Axum is in the movie link in the description that I provided. Then you've got Evil Judgment and Yangui, whatever that is. At some point in the film, a smudge accidentally transferred the master tape, and from there to every copy of the movie appears at the bottom of the screen and stays there for nearly 8 minutes. The sound is really bad, too. What were they using, a Super 8 camera? I don't know. Quotes, Chris Marker, what did you use for money? Steve, chocolate milk and batteries. The film was photographed in Maryland, USA, America in miniature. This was featured in the Cinema Snob Hardcore 2010. The featured review is from Bloodwank, July 21st, 2011. Near unbearably wretched Dullsville trash. We like that on this channel. Near unbearably wretched. Very good description. This person is giving it a 1 out of 10. So if you can pay attention to the screen, pay attention to the dialogue, you get St. Benedict's medal. Speaking of which, I got this blue flyer from the anti-abortion dude at church on Sunday. And yeah, these people are praying in front of Planned Parenthood, right at their front door. So I told the guy I wouldn't go unless they bring the Holy Eucharist. And sure enough, they're having a mass at Planned Parenthood on Bush Street the Sunday before Ash Wednesday. So that's when I'm going. And I'm bringing my son too. Night of Horror is a thing of wonder, a film so self contained, so tightly bound, it functions as black hole cinema. The viewer drawn in, shrunk to lightless atoms, able only to contemplate their own operation as observer, which makes it remarkable amongst horror cinema of the early 80s, a film that not only encourages but actually aids the viewer in the pursuit of self-knowledge. Director Tony Malanowski has here truly crafted a scintillating, awe-inspiring Christ. I can't go on like this. I'm trying. I'm trying real hard, but I just got a level. Night of Horror sucks ass. I have huge respect for anyone who can put a film together and get distribution. It's not an easy thing for anyone, but despite this, I have to recommend with some ferocity against watching this one. Among genre films, it must surely be one of the most absolute worst, and I say this not lightly. I also specify genre films, as I would still rather rewatch Night of Horror than rewatch Forrest Gump, though to be honest, I would sooner eat a literal bag of dinglings. Armin Muse apparently has a recipe book coming out that we rewatched that POS. But as far as genre films go, there really isn't much worse. Monster A Go-Go has Henry Height and some amusing dialogue. Blood Lake has the righteous little Tony, most punchable kid in all the 1980s. Heck, even Savage Water has cool scenery. Night of Horror has, let's see, Fog, the worst ever excuse for a bar, a driving scene that'll have you longing for the genius of Hal Warren, unattractive, lifeless actors and tiresome characters, demented continuity, a heroic lens smudge, a gratuitously lengthy Civil War reenactment scene that looked like came straight out of Curse of the Cannibal Confederates, I might add, talkative ghosts and a plastic skull. It doesn't even have the good grace to be innovatively bad. Its characters are routinely tiresome. Its repetitive score, the piano score, isn't maddening enough to be memorable, and its plot is void of suspense or even any real conflict. I didn't even know there was a plot. Flashback to a tedious tale of supernatural redemption recounted the worst imaginable excuse for a bar set, zero gore, breasts, or excitement. It's a film of nothing, a 70-odd minute celluloid zero. Watching it will show you things about yourself, but only bad ones, like the futility of your existence and endeavor. And these, not even in a good way. Basically, it's 1 out of 10 stuff all the way. Don't watch it. And that was Blood Wank, dated July 21st, 2011. So there you have it. Night of Horror. And the reason why I did this review is because I have to show you the 2 Miami Vice discs that I got from Netflix. I've been sitting on these because they're over 3 hours each. It's taking me forever to get through these. And my son wants me to learn the Missal for this Sunday. Finally got a response from Father Mike about my Catholic to-do list, though. And he's just completely miffed. He doesn't know how to help our spiritual life. But he's going to look into it. Good old Father Mike. Miami Vice, Disc 3. For your viewing displeasure. And last but not least, drum roll. I know you've been waiting for this. Miami Vice, Disc 4. I've got 4 more Miami Vice discs, and then I'm done. Then I can get into the Fast and the Furious franchise, all 8 of them. As Karate Man said, do you think it's underrated? Do you think it's overrated? Not underrated, overrated. So I'm guessing Karate Man thinks that the Fast and the Furious franchise, not the original from 1965 or whatever it was, but the remake and the remake sequels, are they overrated? We will find out in good time later.